www.ironhideconstruction.com or call 402-420-4961. Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. For over 15 years, Integrated Life Choices has empowered individuals with disabilities in Lincoln and throughout Nebraska. They provide comprehensive services from group homes and independent living services to job training, ensuring fulfilling lives for those that they serve. Now, they're inviting you to join their mission. If you're passionate about making a difference in the lives of people with developmental disabilities, explore rewarding career opportunities with them. Learn more about their services and apply today at www.ilc.net. Be a part of Integrated Life Choices, where your work truly changes lives. Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Old School with DP and J.
Can Nebraska have a player-led locker room in year 2 under Matt Rule?
I think it could be in year 2. I always say this. We had great captains every year I was here. But I always say some of our best leaders weren't necessarily our captains. So I think when you have that, that's a player-led team. So it doesn't matter how old the quarterback is.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead, start right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
Ooh, there it is.
It's a hot one. It's been a hot one. We got to drink some cold bevies.
It was a wet one last night. Pause. Clicky for Stricky.
Clicky for Stricky.
Yeah.
Had to do it.
Little white.
Little chilled white.
Little tangy.
Right. I think we're going to do that first because if you follow a dry wine, if you follow something sweet with a dry wine, it just doesn't jive. It doesn't set up too well. You know the drill about brushing your teeth and drinking orange juice. That's pretty much the similar effect that you're going to get. So we're going to start with the wine here. You want to take one down, pass it around?
Hey, thanks, Ricky. Thanks.
99 bottles of wine on the wall.
He definitely can get this pass.
The dulcet tones you hear, by the way, Kevin Meyer, Meyer's Cork and Bottle. Welcome in, Uncle Kev.
What's happening, fellas?
How are you in the homestead after last night?
We had some down branches, nothing heavy, felt pretty blessed. Didn't lose power. Did lose power at the shop, though. I was there working about 4:45, maybe 5 o'clock. Power went down. It was dark. So right. I just locked the doors because I didn't need any ne'er-do-wells coming in, getting some funny ideas.
Does any refrigeration or anything?
No, we had nothing. No credit cards, no computers, no refrigeration, nothing. So I locked the doors. I sat there in the dark for about an hour, and I said, it's not coming back on. So I locked up and just went home, and we closed early yesterday.
Does anything get hurt or hindered when power's out too long over there at the shop?
Definitely not ideal, but as long as you leave everything closed up, it will retain its temperature for long enough that nothing's really gonna, nothing's really gonna get spoiled unless you bake it. So, you take a bottle of wine, leave it in a hot car when it's 100 degrees outside. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. Now, if it warms up to room temp, that's certainly not a problem. That happens just in freight along the way from especially for imported goods. You know, they put them to the exporter. They put them on a boat, or a plane or whatever else. They land them. They go through customs. Then they get shipped to the warehouse or clearinghouse, and they get shipped to another warehouse, and then they get shipped to us. So, you know, they're more resilient than what you give them credit for.
Okay, let's play a fun game of who's brought more bottles of alcohol through customs, Stricky or Uncle Kev?
Legally or illegally?
Legally. All of them are legally, of course. I know why you asked that question.
Here's the thing: is that I never bring anything back. I only bring it with me
to the vacation
to wherever.
home.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm going, you know, out of the country, I'll take. Well, usually I've got a 6-pack shipper, and so I'll take 6 really nice bottles of wine, put them in my check bag.
Unbelievable.
And then
It's
go through customs.
how you sneaky you are, Uncle Kev.
Well, and then they asked, "Do you have anything to declare?" I'm like, "Did you see anything?" Because if you didn't see anything, I'm not saying anything. So that's just the way it goes.
I do that with my cigars.
Yeah.
Like if it's something that they don't,
we take the bands off if they're Cubans.
I take the bands off.
Yeah.
Like, nah, we good.
Yeah.
Regulars.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same stuff. It's just, you know,
one has a band, one
has a name.
Politics. It's politics.
Fair enough. All right, what are we drinking here, Uncle Kev?
Well, we're gonna start with my overall favorite Sonoma winery. Stricky just chugged that. Let me fill you up here, buddy.
To the face.
To the dome.
Pause.
So
I thought we had a good day, Stricky.
Yes.
He was just a little thirsty. That's all.
I guess
it is thirsty Thursday.
That's right.
I was a little thirsty.
So this is probably overall my favorite Sonoma winery, just in terms of bang for the buck. It's called Ferrari Carano. Obviously, the guy's Italian. Made his money in casinos. He was a billionaire, and so the winery was like a passion project for him. And I honestly believe if he were anybody else, that the wines would be double the price. They're that good. And this is a Fumé Blanc, which is the same thing as Sauvignon Blanc. So why change the name?
Fumé. What is Fumé?
Fumé literally means smoke, and they get the term.
I knew that.
From a winery, or excuse me, a wine region in the northwest part of France called the Loire Valley, where they make a wine called Pouilly Fumé, and literally means smoke because the valley gets covered in a blanket of fog every day until the sun rises up enough to burn the fog off.
I thought you were going to say he was very Catholic, and this was an homage to electing a new pope.
No.
Okay.
Nothing to do with that.
It's actually really good.
But we could get into that because there is a wine in the southeastern part of France called Châteauneuf-du-Pape, which means new palace of the Pope.
Oh.
And they literally built the city to attract the Pope out of the Vatican to get him to spend more time in France. Another day. But so Fumé Blanc and Sauvignon Blanc are the same thing. And back in the 70s, Sauvignon Blanc was considered a lesser varietal. Chardonnay was sort of the kingpin. And Robert Mondavi had what he felt was the best Sauvignon Blanc vineyard in the United States, but he wanted to discern his from everybody else's. So he took the term Fumé from Pouilly Fumé, where they grow Sauvignon Blanc in the northeastern part of France, and called it Fumé Blanc. And people went, wow, this is cool. This is different. And it's really good. And, you know, because there was no rules to say he couldn't do that. Well, now some producers will do that at Ferrari Carano. They do. These are $20 clean,
What?
$20
20
every day.
Damn.
Great, just really nice flavor, mild, not without character, goes well with a variety of different things. You can do it with a fruit and cheese tray. You could do it with, good smoked salmon would be good with something like this. Any sort of light fish, any shrimp cocktail, any of that sort of thing would be great. The other night, my wife and I did some grilled chicken breast, fresh tomato out of the garden, little mozzarella pearls, and then some fresh basil, and just, good summer fare. Something like this would be perfect with that. Oh, and a little balsamic glaze.
Yeah, this screams summer to me. Summer wine, especially chilled. Room temp, yeah, I mean, you still get the flavor profile, but I think the chilling it brings
I prefer chilled.
With a white wine, you pretty much have to. I mean, there are some that you might enjoy more, like cellar temp, which basically cellar temp is 55 degrees. If you're to dig a 20-foot hole in the earth, it wouldn't matter whether it's 100 on the surface or -0 or -5 on the surface. 20 feet down, it's 55 degrees all the time. And so the idea is that you want that consistency when you're aging a wine. And that's what a cellar does. It provides a consistent temperature. So sometimes wine people will drink their wine cellar temp, whether it's white or red. To me, and when it's this hot, you almost can't get it cold enough. But I'm also not looking to have my mind blown with complexity and detail, and I'm not looking to break this wine down by varietal and terroir and all those other things. I'm just there to enjoy it with whatever I'm having.
That is the perfect way to do it. I am Italian on this wine, not Itali out on this wine. So that's how I phrase it.
The dad puns.
Austin?
Austin,
Austin.
Am I getting there?
Yeah, he's there.
you have not been a dad for that long, and
Almost
you
10 months now.
fully embrace the
already been
dad
10
vibe
months.
culture.
It's
Yeah.
No way it's 10 months already.
10 months in less than a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Time flies.
He's moving. He's crawling.
Yeah.
Stricky, how old are your kids?
Zach on the
Yeah.
9th. Zach on the 9th turned this month. 2 this month have birthdays. Zach turns 25. Livy turns 21. And then the baby's December. December 7th, she turns 17.
Gotcha.
They're 4 years apart.
Nice.
I did that on purpose.
Mine are 4.5 years apart. A little
Oh,
over.
one getting the heck out of her.
Yeah.
The other one
Right,
coming in.
right. Yeah. 28 and 23, almost 24.
Mm.
So that's, it's being an empty nester feels pretty good. So
no.
what we're having, you got a little ways to go yet, brother.
Did I
So
see Glacial Till?
Glacial Till, a watermelon cider.
Ooh.
Because
Interesting.
we're in watermelon season right now, and so why not make a watermelon
Ooh, it
cider?
smells amazing.
Oh, it smells like a watermelon Jolly
Yes.
Rancher. I want to drop one of those in there right now.
Oh boy, yeah, it sure does. It's watermelon's big on the nose.
Oh,
Unfair.
if you don't go
Unfair.
pick this is not even right, bro.
That's too good.
That's too good. That don't even make sense to be that good.
And what really
It's a
doesn't make
cider?
sense.
Is it a beer?
Wow.
It's a cider. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's made with apples, but then they add some watermelon to it. And the fact that it comes in at 5.5% is that's
Don't pat it
I'm in trouble.
that.
I'm in trouble.
Don't do it.
those would disappear quick.
Mess around, and be sleep.
The pro tip with watermelon, squeeze some lime juice over your watermelon with some salt.
Oh, phenomenal.
Oh,
we used
what?
to eat we used to eat it with salt. Like we
Excuse
didn't
me?
do that, but we would eat it with salt. Like we would eat it's the sweet
salty
it-
watermelon.
I know it's a
Crazy.
flavor enhancer. Like I get it.
It's
but
no, bro. It doesn't make sense like what it looks like. It's kind of like Chef Bob. When Chef Bob comes in here with the freaking waffles and he throws some combination on it, like you're like, what the heck? It tastes
Yeah.
amazing, bro.
Well, it's
It
like
tastes amazing.
salted caramel. That's the
Yeah.
thing. So the
Yeah.
sweet and the salt, the
It
salty
tastes
watermelon is a thing. And then you fresh squeezed lime juice over the top of it. It's like a sorbet.
Oh,
And it's a game changer. It is
no, I haven't
delicious.
done that, but I might have to try that.
You have to try it.
that's
and-
all it is. Lime juice, salt, watermelon.
Yeah, fresh squeezed lime.
You're
And-
gonna be surprised at how good it tastes, bro.
Oh,
Like
it's
just the salt tastes amazing with the watermelon for me. But
me too.
adding that extra, I
It's,
might give it a shot.
that's a game changer.
Seedless or seeded watermelons?
I like seeds, man. I'm trying. I don't like synthetic stuff, bro. And
I
I
mean,
think with a seed, at least came from the ground.
you can grow seedless watermelon, but they've been genetically modified to not
Yeah.
have seeds. But
Yeah.
the I like to be able to bite into something and just chew it and not have to spit some of it out,
Yeah.
unless I'm chewing sunflower seeds. That
But
ritual,
that's the purpose.
it keeps me
I
awake
just use
Yeah.
it
while
with
I'm
a fork.
driving.
I just use a fork, and I just
oh, slice.
Oh,
them out.
I fish them
unearth
out.
the seed. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's what
that's
I
the way to do it.
old school way. Now,
This is old school. So
old school way, Uncle Kevy, because your boy is going back to Alabama next week. Well,
Boy, that's
this
delicious.
weekend.
Yeah.
But
hey, he's getting honored in his hometown.
yeah,
Like
no
it's
kidding.
an
Yeah,
honor. I'm
Opelika's
gonna go
finest.
meet the mayor, and it's gonna be pretty cool.
you are
man.
the mayor.
Oh, I don't know
In
about that.
Alabama,
Yeah, I was born in Auburn, Opelika. They're like 2 towns.
no kidding.
Yeah, so
And how old were you when you left?
7.
7. And then is that when you moved to California?
Great Falls, Montana.
Montana. So give me the lineation of Stricky's path. So
There,
Alabama,
was
Montana.
getting into a little trouble. So I can't explain what the trouble was here. Mom sends me to dad. He's in the Air Force. He was at that time 2nd lieutenant. up in the silos in Montana,
Okay.
and because he was in missiles. Then we get transferred 3 years there. We get transferred to Vandenberg Air Force Base, where he was the evaluation squadron. So he was teaching other missileers how to be in the silo.
Vandenberg is where?
Is Lompoc, California.
Okay. So
That's
I
like
knew you had a Cali stop.
just north of Santa Barbara.
Okay. Central
Santa
Coast.
Maria. Yeah, Central.
Yeah.
Then from there to Offutt.
And that's how you end up in Omaha. Interesting.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
the road.
Was your dad being military pretty strict?
No question. But I also had a lot of independence because he was a single dad. So
Yeah.
obviously he had to go TD-wise. He had to do a lot of stuff.
Sure.
There was a lot of times we laid money down and Streaky had to get on in clicky. Had to ride the bike and go. A lot of freedom had to ride the bike, but it taught me a lot of that taught me, Uncle Kev. I had a great imagination. So I'd go out and I'd be playing on the basketball courts like by myself, like I'm playing a full game, but I had a lot of imagination.
You get a lot of mental reps.
That's how I was good, like in different sports. Like I'd throw the baseball against the wall and field it as if I was, in my mind, I'm on a field.
Right.
But I would pitch and I'd have to throw it to a specific area.
Right.
If not, it was a ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of that growing up. We, me and my brother made up all kinds of different games. One of my favorite in the summer was we'd take some roofing plastic and put it down. And we'd play a game called double play. So we had one guy at the front end of the roofing plastic, another guy at the end of the roofing plastic, and they would throw the ball back and forth, and you'd have to time it to try to steal the base. And so, but you were sliding in like a slip and slide essentially. But I mean, that's we if we could make up a game, we would, and we did, and that's how we entertained ourselves. So, but I probably taught you a lot of independence.
It did.
Yeah,
it did.
Good.
That's why I don't mind being by myself.
Yeah,
like, I don't mind being at home solo.
I can feel that. My wife, she's a librarian, so she's had the summer off. She filled up her tank. I believe she said it was June 2nd or June 3rd, and she still had half a tank last week. She hasn't left the house all summer long. Yeah. So, but she finally went and got some gas yesterday. I think just for something to do. I'm not sure why.
This is good for me, or I'd be inside a lot.
Yeah. All right.
Stricky, you got a jaunt to get from your old stomping grounds in Lompoc to Ferrari Carano Winery.
I got a
You got a jaunt, long trip.
Yeah.
6.5 hours.
Well, that's not too bad.
The Ferrari Carano's in Sonoma.
I'd have to go to Santa Barbara or to LA to fly. Like that was the hardest part, is flying from Lompoc. Because Santa Maria was not big.
Right.
I'd have to go to we would go past Santa Barbara because it was just, the best flights. We go down to Ontario. Like Dad would take me all the way to LA.
LA, or San Diego, or you got to go all the way up to San Francisco.
Yeah.
I mean, not a lot of airports in between.
No.
Oh, actually, it's not that bad going north. If you're leaving from Lompoc, it's only 5 hours, but coming back in, it'd be worse.
Yeah.
Just because of traffic.
Yeah.
I mean, California's a mess. No thanks.
Crazy. No thanks. Miss me with that one.
Unless you want to fly to Oakland.
This is why they all get helicopters, because it's like
Clay Thompson on his boat.
There you go. Get in the water.
Hey, can't use that in Dallas, though.
Not at all.
No. Especially not during hurricane season.
Yeah.
No.
Good luck. Kevin Meyer, Myers Cork and Bottle. As always, appreciate you. Thanks.
Fellas, thank you. Appreciate it.
13th and South. Make sure you go check him out. We'll turn it over to DP&J for Old School next.
You're listening to Old School with DP&J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a healthy non-smoker? Solarion, one of the world's leading clinical research organizations, is seeking people like you, 19 to 64 years old with excess weight, to take part in a research study. You could earn up to $22,500 for participation. This study includes 1 10-night stay, 5 2-night stays, 1 1-night stay, and 17 returns. Learn more at helpresearch.com/dove or call 8662-13-2965.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
It's all fun and games until you're stuck with bad internet. So why leave your connection up to chance? Fiber is fast and keeps you on track with reliable service from real people. Because with bad internet, buffering, hidden fees, and random robots can feel like start, stop, wait, start, no wait, stop, or just switch to Fiber and break free from misery. Visit allofiber.com/break free to get started with Fiber today.
Ooh, what a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer. Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks, exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better. Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from a program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers.
Strike three, you're out.
Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese Beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket. Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
Why wait until Friday to start your weekend?
Go ahead, start right now.
You're thirsty now, and 93.7 The Ticket is here to help you stock up.
Just in time for the weekend when I like to hit the clubs.
Time to broaden your horizons and try some new wine and beer. It's Thirsty Thursday with Kevin Meyer from Meyer's Cork and Bottle.
What up? We're back. It is Thirsty Thursday. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman, Old School. Strix national holiday, followed by WTF after we get off at 6. But We're old school, brought to you by the Mercado Certified Piedmontese Special Ingredients and Butcher Shop, 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, 168th and Maple up there in the O. The day after mini Armageddon, probably the quickest storm that we've had. And people still without power. It was pretty intense storm. But, I was just watching the women's basketball team. And I'll say this is, I sent you guys a rundown, but the men's basketball team, it made somewhat news that when Tatum had to sit, and then it was, Kerr said, well, the next game when we play South Sudan, we're going to need some more kind of players that can play, multiple positions. So Tatum would definitely play. He actually started. Joel Embiid ended up, not playing. Do you guys think it's more of circumstantial, or those two guys have played themselves to, what do they got, 12 players, 11 and 12 spot on this roster? It's not a knock because these guys are phenomenal, but
right, like
they have not looked well though.
We talked about conditioning. We talk about style of play. Are you willing to get elite players to do what they said they would do if they made the team?
Yeah.
And that changes. We know that it changes. And we also know that when you put NBA players in an environment where there's so much other stuff going on, these are creatures of habit. So you put them in an Olympic village with thousands of other athletes, always events going on. Folks get distracted. Folks don't put in the work. They don't take care of themselves, a bunch of reasons. If you said that you were going to sit down a player every game just to prepare for the finals, that would have made too much sense.
Right.
We'd all went, yeah, Tatum played a whole season plus another postseason. Embiid, off an injury, straight into Olympic trials and rehab. And okay, if you just say, I'm going to rotate guys that I give a day off, nobody thinks any more of it. Like, wouldn't that have been simple just to go, listen, nobody's going to play. Like, Durant didn't play up until 2 games ago.
Yeah, but he was full-fledged in like rehab mode. Don't
you think Embiid was really like that? He just didn't push too early, too much, too soon.
No, I don't think it's distraction either.
What do you think?
He's lazy.
I think it's a weird fit for Embiid with Kerr. I think everything Joel Embiid does well is not emphasized in what Steve Kerr wants to run, and vice versa. I think Joel Embiid's an extremely talented player, and I think it's a coup that America got him and kept him away from France.
Right, but that's,
it is. But I also think he hasn't figured out how to work into the ecosystem, and the ecosystem hasn't figured out how to work him in. And given the injury rehab and ramp up that you're talking about, it's a bummer he hasn't adjusted better. But I don't know if we should be shocked given the ramp up, given the stylistic headbutting that's going on. You'd rather have him than not have him, but I'm not surprised there have been the kinks in the system.
Well, but then why take him? Like if Tatum, if Tatum doesn't fit you.
See, Tatum does, but the shots abandon him.
Okay.
He's shooting 24% from 3. If he was shooting at, 37, 38% like he has done in the NBA, then there's a role for him as, he's probably, your best wing defender on the team. Not point of attack defender, but as a wing. But he's not shooting it well, and so he's taking some tough shots, and he hasn't fit in, off the ball as well.
You have 12 All-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have 12 All-Stars.
Mm-hmm.
And not everybody plays well all the time. The original Dream Team, when Bird got hurt, you sat him. When Ewing was playing well, you sat Robinson. When Robinson was playing well, you sat Ewing. Clyde Drexler didn't get the minutes he normally gets because, I don't know, Jordan. We keep forgetting when you put all-star teams together, especially in basketball. We're not talking about baseball, football, where you have a whole bunch of numbers and spare numbers. We're talking about 12 of the best players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to tell you, Serbia's having the same problem. Canada's having the same problem. Who are you going to play? Who are you going to sit? And why are you sitting them? Like, just to me, like, okay, Kerr, you got some stuff going on, bro. Okay. But I don't know. Jay, you know me. I lean away from calling an elite athlete lazy, like that.
Why not?
Because it goes.
You're not. I mean,
I'm not
being
calling
an elite,
nobody who plays at that level lazy because they're doing a thing that most 99% of the human beings can't do. That's just me. I'm not telling you.
But
that
being an elite athlete has nothing to do with your action, though. Being an elite athlete is generally what you're born with, and then you put in the work to make yourself an elite athlete. Being lazy is a choice. Being out of shape is a choice. Joel Embiid looked like he's in his second trimester, and that's why I'm not even really thinking about. You can't tell me you're at the Olympic Village, all of a sudden you lost focus when they were in Las Vegas and playing those exhibition games. I mean, you were doing things that.
Well, he's looked the same from Vegas to France,
but
he hasn't gotten better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you were doing things that kids like don't do in high school.
Yeah,
like you're just handing it off to the other team. So either your lack of focus or the idea was really fun, right? To be involved with the Olympic team, it was fun at the time. Realistically, it might not. When you have to go through a season and he got banged up, and it was obviously a hard series for him.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want to, Then he was like, "Oh, probably this isn't as fun as I want to do." But
every one of because we went through this with the Olympic team that lost. Then the Dream Team 2, Dream Team 3. In every case, in every version, remember the LeBron Kobe ones that they had to go and rescue because they weren't playing at level and they weren't beating people at the volume that people thought they should have. I'm never surprised that an elite basketball team in an Olympic situation doesn't gel and play well because it happens every Olympic. Every Olympic, we have this discussion about the talent. Every single one. So,
and at some point, it's not on the players; it's on the federation. It's on USA Basketball to
better.
Say, hey, let's maybe get these guys in the gym together before training camp.
And some of it's right, and some of it's like you can't ask Tatum to be all in because I don't know, I'm the world champion, and hey, you didn't bring my dude with me. Like I'm used to play. Like I've gotten extremely comfortable in crucial situations to have Brown and White and okay. Like this is what send Boston. If you want to do you want them to play well together, send the world champions to the Olympics that year. That'll solve the problem.
Yeah. I mean that could help, but they're not moving heaven and earth trying to what Steve Kerr is asking them to do is really not essentially hard basketball. Really when Joel Embiid it's hard for me to say, well, Steve Kerr's the coach. He doesn't know what to do with Joel Embiid. If you watch the game, they run 4 out and just try to dump it into him. I mean, if that is not high school basketball or just big man basketball 1-on-1, and then you're falling all over. Now, granted, I know you're coming back from an injury, but it seems to be, working for other guys. I just think that, and it is hard to take guys at this point versus 92 Dream Team or when Kobe jumped on with Bron and them, because the Dream Team was extremely focused and had a purpose. Kobe coming had a purpose. He was trying to rehab his image, which obviously worked out well. Now with these guys, I think some of the younger guys, and it's hard for Tatum and also other guys that you just coming off of playing an extra 2 months or 2.5 months of basketball. To go, and now you're going to play against teams that have been I imagine those European teams they've probably been practicing probably a month or so before, maybe even a little bit longer than the NBA player or the U.S. team.
Well, and they've played together, grown up through the youth ranks because there's enough competition, but not quite as much, right? It's much more focused, right?
Sure.
They're not playing on different AAU teams as much, for example, in the European countries as compared to America.
Yeah, I'm just talking about this year. So while Tatum, White, all these guys are playing, now granted, there's, LeBron's been off for a while and all that, but they are practicing together. So they know each other a little bit better. But the mistakes that they're making, they shouldn't make. They look like a bunch of guys that didn't really, they probably thought they were going to use the exhibition as like their warm up. And then, South Sudan is like, listen, bro, it's coming off the rim. We don't even know who Anthony Davis is. Matter of fact, I'm trying to, make my name, for make a name for myself. I just think that with and that's just part of it. I just think Joel Embiid has a tremendous opportunity to take his I guess his brand or stardom to another level. And to me, I go off of what he says and his actions, right? The year before he won the MVP, it's a great argument that he should have won it. He was really focused to win it then. He was really focused on the one-on-one matchup against Joker. And then after that, you're like, that's the apex, that's the height for him. Now it's a chance where you can do something that's, if you only play on one Olympic team and you win a gold medal and you start stacking these things with your career, then you start moving up the ladder of the best big man of all time, right? Say he gets a couple championships, right? Whether he gets one soon and gets one late, like a swan song. You got a gold medal. I'm sure he'd probably win another MVP in that time. You got 2 MVPs. He's going to score a ton of points, right? Because that's what the league is based on. Now you're starting to look some guys in, look them eye to eye more regularly, and you're starting to be thought of in another light.
So what you're saying is this Olympic cycle has less to tell us about who Joel Embiid is as a player and more what his legacy is and will be.
Or what? I don't know what he's thinking about like that, but I was just Joel Embiid is probably the most talented big man to come in talent-wise and his way he's developed in a very long time. I remember he played soccer, right? His footwork and stuff is impeccable. He's now a stretch 5 legit. If you leave him open, he's going to bust you up. So even if he is playing a pick and roll, pick and fade, pick and pop, pick and slow slip with Steve Kerr, that fits his game almost a little bit better than just staying underneath the hoop and just going block to block. So and then obviously with Tatum, he has a legit excuse that where he expended a lot of energy on the defensive end when he was playing in the championship and all season. Shots come and go. And obviously he played well, last night. But it's just interesting to me when I watched the women, they were struggling against Belgium. Belgium could match them with size, but the one thing Belgium did, and they were talking about it, they've been practicing a lot longer than the men. That's why I asked you. And people forget in the exhibition for them, Belgium was up by 13 points going into the fourth quarter against the women came back and Wilson and Stewart decided to say, we're going to send you home with a 1-point loss. But it's not easy task in the Olympics, but lack of focus. When you have players talking about it, you got the coach talking about it, you're professional enough. You got to start to, handle your own business before you, start talking about, we got an older team.
Well, and the fact that this is not their job. This is their brand more than their job.
Right.
And so then people get out of team first thinking for brand first thinking. And here's what I need to work on in off season. Because this is still off season for them. No matter how you sell it, pitch it, package it, it's off season. So what's Embiid think he needs to work on? Well, this will certainly change it because it's like, well, no, it doesn't matter what skill you have if you're not in shape.
Right.
It's a thing. Tatum, what are you working on? Well, I'm working on recovery. I'm working on recovery so I can get ready to defend this title. Okay, that's really good, but it doesn't help you beat South Sudan. It's just not in place. Everybody else is brand building. Everybody else not named LeBron and Curry are in brand building. Curry and that group, KD's going to be KD. Embiid's not at the point where he's going to be Embiid all the time. Tatum doesn't have that part of him that makes him Jason Tatum all the time.
Yeah.
So listen, they're going to get this. They're going to have another hiccup before it's done that they'll have to fight through.
Yeah.
And then they'll have an exceptional performance where we go, yep, it was okay. This is what they planned anyway. Right? This is who you're supposed to be. Woo! Sorry to doubt you. That's how it'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll end up pulling through. It's just apparent there's some individuals that have definitely an individual mindset. But we're going to take a quick break. I want to ask you guys to think about this and when we come to break because we're going to be real short. Mike Trout out for the season, meniscus tear. People always think of the ACLs and all that, but meniscus tears are hard or tricky to come back from. I want you guys to think about Mike Trout, the injury bug, which it seems some of it is bad luck, and obviously meniscus tear here. Does it take him down a notch, where he goes? Obviously, he's going to go in the Hall of Fame. But you talking about how he started. You talk about the modern day or new age of version of Pete Rose with legitimate power. Now it's like, do the Angels move him or not? So Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman, take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese Beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
What's your radon level at home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating, 467-1111 for radon testing and mitigation.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium, Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better. Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
It's all fun and games until you're stuck with bad internet, so why leave your connection up to chance? Fiber is fast and keeps you on track with reliable service from real people. Because with bad internet, buffering, hidden fees, and random robots can feel like start, stop, wait, start, no wait, stop, or just switch to Fiber and break free from misery. Visit allofiber.com/break free to get started with Fiber today.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios,
1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line. Here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Quick segment. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman. Gave him the task to think about Mike Trout. It was unfortunate, as a former athlete, sometimes you can an injury bug. I've seen some guys catch it, and it's not any of your own doing. But I wanted to ask you guys about Mike Trout and his legacy, because, man, when he came in, he was like Pete Rose. He was kind of like Pujols with the power, but then he could hit for average, and he was excellent in the field. But it seems like every year it's like a guarantee. Like if you had odds, if you're going to Vegas, all right, I'm bet $5 he'd be hurt. But he's out with a meniscus this year. What do you guys think? The injury bug, how has it affected his career?
Well, it cost him a title.
Yeah,
cost him a title run because they needed him. Look, when you go and get Rendon and you've got the full group and you can't finish, okay. But Gary Carter said this thing. He didn't care about the Hall of Fame, how many votes he got in, because the jacket came from the same place and fits the same way.
Oh, yeah.
If you're getting in, you're getting in.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's getting in. I'm just talking about, like, man.
He was the GOAT. He was projected as he was the next Mickey Mantle. He was
everything.
Like he was the next everything. And it is that thing that when you talk about, like, the Barry Bonds conversation never happened with Trout. Because, I don't know, look at Mike Trout's head when he was rookie. Look at his head now. And you go, wait a minute, it's the same conversation. Why aren't you having it? Right? And all the tendencies, the things that happen. What happens to your body? Well, the joints tend to fold up when you put too much muscular stress on them than they're used to. And just like Bonds, I don't think it matters. Because his throwing arm was elite. His swing was immaculate. It was perfect, compact. You could put it on a film to show anybody, whether you're a line drive hitter or a power hitter, the same swing, same mechanics. Defensively, still one of the three greatest defensive outfielders to play in the last 30 years. I think Andrew Jones is in the conversation with Junior and Trout. Like that, maybe Jim Edmonds. It's a small list. So Hall of Fame career falls in line with Clemente because we never got to see Clemente finish.
Yeah.
Right? When you don't get to see them finish, you feel robbed. We never got to see Darryl Strawberry in full.
So,
right?
Glimpses.
Right?
Him and Doc Gooden together.
Sheffield, same thing.
Yeah.
That we want. I wish we had gotten to see them apex for longer, but that's not our place.
Yeah, and it's different for different reasons, obviously.
Yeah.
You can say the same thing about Junior, the kid, right? Yeah. The way he was diminished at the end of his career. Sandy Koufax, I think, is in that conversation as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm probably the biggest Mike Trout truther here, because when I was really getting into baseball, like growing up, paying attention, watching as many games as I could, Mike Trout was the guy I wanted to be, right? Built like a linebacker, all the skills the DP just mentioned, right? On track to be the GOAT. Not just like projected, he could be because of his physical skills and abilities, but like the numbers he was putting up were legitimately historic. And it bums me out on a number of levels. I mean, even as a Royals fan, he's still my favorite baseball player. Like, I'm a Mike Trout truther till the day I die. And it sucks that we're not going to see that, but it makes you wonder, how would we view Mike Trout differently if he could, see the future, say, hey, I'm not getting better, I'm tired of rehab 3 years ago, after 2 injury-riddled seasons, do we think of him any differently as
Strasburg.
opposed to Strasburg, right?
Yeah.
Like, do we give him credit for trying to gut it out and get back and get to the climb? Or do we knock them? Do we ding them for it? Because I think they deserve, some credit for still trying to make it work when he's been healthy, right? He's still putting up numbers. He's still on pace. Kershaw, right? They're still on pace. They're still the same players they were, but they're going to get dinged because of injuries instead of, I think, celebrated for trying to fight back against their body, do everything in their power to get back.
Yeah, I mean, and as a Baltimore Orioles fan, obviously, when and baseball contracts are backed up by insurance companies, so that's why they're fully guaranteed. So that's why they don't go into a lot of salary cap issues. Well, remember when the old boy, the reporter, went to Albert Bell's house, and he was
Joey
not,
Bell.
He was not greeted very nicely. Now, Albert Bell probably could have, people would have liked to seen him rehab and get back and do it, because Albert Bell's a dude too, just like Darryl Strawberry. If he could have gotten the right clubhouse with the right veteran, right manager, Albert Bell was a dude, right? But he got the money and was chilling. Versus like you got, Mike Trout, where he's trying to do it. So, hey, look, you got.
When you refuse to take the base hit by pitch or just go, no, I'm staying. He just gave the ball, like he picked the ball up and threw it, gave it, like tossed it back to the pitcher, grabbed his bat, dug back in home plate. Like, what? I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I saw Albert Bell twice.
I love him so much.
In the Phoenix airport. First time, I mean, he was one of my favorite players growing up. I was like, hey, yeah, I'm not approaching. He didn't, because he was dropping off his kids. It just was stressful. Yeah, I understood. I saw it all, right? And he kind of glanced at me, and and he walked him to the TSA thing, and he was out. Just so happens, like a year or two later, he's actually in line, going somewhere with his family and stuff, and he's at the back, So I just went around and rapped to him a little bit. He was actually, and you could tell he had lost a little weight or whatever. It was pretty cool. But you talking about intimidating?
No, they told the story. Cal Ripken told the story. I'll get on it real quick so we can get the break. But it was at a banquet, and they were actually honoring Albert Bell. And you saw Cal and Billy off to the corner, just kind of whispering to each other. And they said, "Who do you think shows up?" And Cal, well, somebody who didn't know the story went, "What are you talking about? It's Albert." They go, No. You don't know if Albert's going to show up or Joey's going to show up. We never know. Joey ran over shortstops.
Yeah. yeah. They need a 30 for 30 on Albert Bell. I love me Albert Bell, man. Anyways, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, top of the hour, we're going to talk some NFL news. My man Justin Fields is making up. Russell Wilson, you better get that calf right, brother. Anyways, Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines. With payment options through insurance and a sliding fee scale, services are available for any adult 19 and over seeking help. Call 402-477-3951 to learn more or schedule your appointment today. The Bridge Behavioral Health is a local substance use treatment facility offering hope and a solid foundation for recovery through substance use treatment and behavioral health interventions.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip.
Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-on, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with a roof credit.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line. Here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through August 4th, enjoy USDA Choice T-bone steaks for $9.99 per pound. Fresh, all-natural chicken wings for $3.99 per pound. 80% lean ground beef in a 10-pound tube for just $2.99 per pound. And USDA Choice whole beef brisket for $3.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers.
Strike three, you're out!
Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Old School with DP and J.
Can Nebraska have a player-led locker room in year 2 under Matt Rule?
I think it could be in year 2. I always say this. We had great captains every year I was here. But I always say some of our best leaders weren't necessarily our captains. So I think when you have that, that's a player-led team. So it doesn't matter how old the quarterback is.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
5 o'clock hour, old school. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman. Brought to you by the Mercado, certified Piedmontese, special ingredients and butcher shop. 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill. Here in Lincoln, capital city. NFL. I was thinking about. I was watching an old Patriots game, obviously, and I was watching the top 100, and they were talking about the longest reign in there, and obviously Brady was in there. But then I started thinking about Bill Belichick. Obviously, he's found the fountain of youth, more ways than one. But then I started to think about, now that the draft is over, now mini camps is over, now guys haven't or have gotten paid or signed a franchise tag. You have a ton of guys holding out, guys just going to meetings, so forth and so on. You can kind of project who's going to make it and who's not. So when I texted you guys, I wanted to ask you guys, now that we have more information, right? We know why Arthur Blank didn't hire him in Atlanta. Robert Kraft says, you might want to double think that. And the thing in Philly, it was either we're going to go with Belichick or you get 2 new coordinators for Sirianni. Where do you think, fit-wise, without knowing where their draft position is going to be, Bill Belichick possibly ends up next year?
I still am slightly upset, probably more upset than I thought that he's not in DC. With the connection to the area and family and friends there.
Yeah.
He would have control. He fit, him and the Magic Man side by side would have actually had.
You think so?
Yeah, I really did. I thought that it made sense.
Yeah.
So now I think he ends up on ESPN.
So next year too, just stays there?
Yeah.
Stays into the.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no reason to go. He's never going to lose. He's always right.
Sure.
Right. And the money's good, and he can bring his puppy on the road.
Yeah. So you're saying he gets a little taste of like Nick Saban, and then you're going to be on TV.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I'm good.
I think he wants that record though. Where do you think he ends up, Austin?
I'm glad DP said it, because I think I would say the odds are in favor of him not coaching again next year. If he does coach next year, either Washington got super fed up with Dan Quinn after 1 year, which I doubt. Can I see him in Vegas? Maybe, but it doesn't scream to me. I'm watching New Orleans. I'm not sold on Dennis Allen. Things go sideways again there. I know both defensive guys.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm watching New Orleans with a little bit of curiosity. I'm more curious about Vrabel, to be honest.
Yeah, he's another guy. He's going to have plenty of options because there's always that surprise firing or opening. For me, when I thought about it for Bill Belichick, it's the 2 New York teams. Woody Johnson has been on record saying that the situation when Bill Belichick was the head coach, for like a minute, was not handled by either side in the best of fashion and handled poorly on his. And then the Giants, he has a long history of winning championships there, knows the people there, loves going back to New York, and both of those coaches or at least we know one that's on the hot seat. And if he's willing to come in and just be the coach and not the GM, and maybe he could teach that GM from the Giants a little something.
Oh, he needs to teach him everything.
Well, if I'm him, if I want a job security, I hire Belichick, because it all now with the condition that Belichick is, the head coach more than trying to be the facilitator of everything,
overseer.
And I learned from Belichick, and maybe it takes the pressure off of Belichick, and you get a little bit of that, I guess, newfound humor or more openness from the TV appearances or TV stuff he's going to do this year, and stuff with like McAfee and stuff like that. That might re-energize him, but then also take the pressure off him to where he could just be laser focused on coaching the staff, so forth and so on.
How long does Gannon have in Arizona?
So, well, when's his bye week?
Okay, so there's another option.
Clock, right?
I think this next year he'll have more options because a lot of the coaches that we're talking about were either in their, after their first year or, fresh off a playoff in the Giants at Dable after, going to the playoffs. And then obviously Robert Saleh got a little bit of grace because Aaron Rodgers only played 4 plays. And I do think but Belichick and Aaron Rodgers would work.
If you're Hoodie, would you rather end up at either New York team or with the Bears?
If I'm Hoodie, I want to go to the Giants. Yes, history there. I think the Giants fans would rally around him.
Would you want that though? Does he want New York media? He had enough problem with Boston media.
He don't care.
I just think it was too much of a nuisance for him to want.
Yeah, I don't think the media would mess him. It wouldn't. It would be a factor. I don't think it'd deter him. I think there'd be too many positives. Now you have to look at salary cap. It seems that they still have some money left. Draft picks, as they have a ton of draft picks. It's a pretty good quarterback. Well, he's never drafted a good quarterback. Well, he drafted Brady, but everybody else, he hasn't done a good job drafting. But I think there's a ton of opportunity to go in there. I think he's really competitive against Bill Parcells. And if he's the last Bill to get a championship there, he just has that little feather in his cap. Or he could
how
go
long
to the
would he
Jets.
have to coach in New York to win a championship, though?
Oh, you got to get lucky.
3 years.
3 years.
3 years.
If he comes back to coach, the record's got to be at the forefront.
Oh, yeah.
You can't say, I want to win a Super Bowl. Dude, you won like 50. You just never know. There's going to be a couple jobs. I'm telling you right now. Do not, if this thing with the Vikings doesn't get off on the right foot, then it depends on what you listen to or who you listen to or what you read or who you read, or read their columns with how JJ McCarthy's playing. I know for a fact Andy Dalton, I was told had one of the worst practices my dad ever seen. But JJ McCarthy.
Would Hoodie go where do you think he wants to deal with a veteran quarterback who just needs help getting over the hill? I can't possibly imagine him wanting a young quarterback again and going through that nonsense.
Does he want a young quarterback but not a rookie quarterback?
Right. Like that's the
I
thing.
can see him wanting a young quarterback, not a rookie guy.
But most of the young quarterbacks who fit they're not an absolute overhaul and they're not rebuilding from scratch, but somewhere in between. And there aren't that many. It's like Green Bay.
Kyler.
He would never in a million years. He would go to Arizona, but he would change.
Yeah, Kyler Murray is not a focused athlete, so you would need a study guy. You know what I was thinking? This is a little bit of a side note here. The situation with Mac Jones, and because we did the top 50, yesterday, or it was 80, excuse me. The situation with Mac Jones is crazy in the sense of my man made the Pro Bowl his rookie year. And looked like, first of all, Saban coached him. He was the most NFL ready as far as picking up what he needed to pick up. Made the playoffs, I think, right? And then now he's down in Jacksonville and off the beaten path. But when the whole then Belichick hired the dude with the pencil and he always puts a pencil in his ear as the offensive coordinator. He's hiring defensive guys to call offensive plays. I always wonder, there's two situations. Butler in the Super Bowl, why you didn't play him. And this situation. I wonder if those situations will be deterrent for people to hire him. Because if you're a GM, put yourself as a GM, right? Bill Belichick was a GM then. Would you trust him to be around your quarterbacks to make the right decisions? Because of his last decisions as a staff, because that's part of what gets you hired, right? As a staff.
Are we looking in the wrong place in New York? Is it the Jets?
Well, that's what I said. Either or.
Is it the Jets? Is it the Chargers?
No, they just hired Jim Harbaugh.
But
they're not. Come on, DP.
Rams.
Come on. McVay just signed a huge contract.
Those are the play. Warm weather. I first of all, I can't see him in a cold weather place in his retirement send off years. Like I would imagine he'd go somewhere, maybe Tampa.
Yeah, he might be in Jacksonville.
Like maybe Tampa.
Ooh. Is Bill thinking Tom went to Tampa? I can't go to Tampa?
No.
No.
Here's the connection with Bill Belichick. And that this will let you know I have a connection with Bill Belichick. Baker Mayfield. Bill Belichick, for whatever reason, loves Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, we keep taking pictures with you, keep getting paid. I need a little residual off of that. But that might be a good fit. Jason Light down there has some familiarity with him. And it's warm weather, like DP says. The handling of Mac Jones, if I was a GM, I would have to have a clear, honest answer. What were you thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, is that fair?
And if he's willing to answer.
Well, if you're not willing to answer, you ain't getting the job.
Well, but I mean, I think it's a big part that he's above every job in the NFL currently. In his mind, he's above every coach,
every GM,
every job.
Yeah.
Like, who else? Because nobody doing what they do has done what he's done. So how dare you, the gall, to ask Hoodie to answer your question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Like,
but the reality is yesterday's prices aren't today's prices. And when you go in there, you're trying to get a job. And see, this is the tables flip so quickly. Now, a GM might be able to decipher, probably already has the answer because they probably talked to other people up there. But I would be really interested as a GM and an owner, right? And sitting down at our dinner, like, what were you thinking? Not that Mac Jones is Tom Brady or anything like that, but for him to come in your Patriot way, for you to start him, for him to play really well, to make a Pro Bowl to the next year, essentially you're like, yeah, we're going to have Matt Patricia, who never called offensive plays, and it was Joe Judge.
Joe Judge, special teams guy,
to be your co-offensive coordinator.
Yeah, that was a terrible idea.
Well, the way you approach it, right, to get him to answer the question isn't, what the heck were you thinking, right? He's going to come out, it's going to come off aggressive. He's going to get defensive while you question me. It's
who you're bringing.
Well, it's walk us through your thought process, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I would be asking. Yeah.
Right. But you have to phrase it that way. Like, hey, what happened between year one and year two? What did you see? What did you not see? Why did you think this guy? And see what he gives you.
Yeah, that would be a sticking point for me. And I wonder if it came up in this hiring cycle. Because, if you ever listen to Julian Edelman and, he has he has a podcast, but he'll talk with Matt Light. And Matt Light goes into it more than Julian Edelman about the handle. And I think it's Butler at the corner of benching him. I guess he's coming out with a documentary now, corner. Because for whatever reason, he kept it under wraps. Now, he signed a big deal with Tennessee. He ended up playing well, made a couple more Pro Bowls. But that situation there, whatever happened, the Patriot players, if you listen to them, they feel that was a big part of them not winning that Super Bowl. It's always, I'm telling you, I won 3 national championships on the team 3. It started to, I think about 96 as much as 97 and 95 and 94. They won 7. They thinking about we could have had 8.
Regret.
Yeah. So
before we go to break, since it is Hall of Fame day, like we actually have football. You're talking about Hall of Famers. Jay Foreman, it's that time of year. The delivery.
There it is. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm gonna wear this when my dad gets in.
Yeah.
It's your favorite Colts Hall of Famer's birthday today too, Jay.
Peyton Manning?
Edge.
Oh yeah, I like Edge. I didn't like how he stiff armed me though.
Nobody did.
But he punched. I think he might.
Nobody did.
I'm asking if he tried to punch me or something. Like he was trying to test my manhood.
You didn't go to the U. That's why.
What did I do to you? What did I do to you?
Yeah, we always had our games. We always kind of dapped up after. But I just felt like that had a little bit more sauce on it.
What did I do to you?
Now I think he might have been mad at Bill Polian for not giving him an extension on his contract. But you gotta leave that in Indianapolis. Don't come to Houston and do that. Yeah, brother couldn't even work out for a week.
Took his grill out too.
Yeah. We tried. We tried. We had a little bounty on it. Then nobody got paid. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break, come back. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Norman. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with a roof credit.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Your child was embarrassed when you arrived at their basketball game. 75% of parents or guardians report current alcohol use. Drinking alcohol can cause harm to children and loved ones. By drinking less, your child will be excited to see you at their basketball game. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The Electrical Workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
Our lives only have so much time. But if you smoke, you have less. Your life could be 10 years shorter. And the time you do have is often filled with health problems. Shortness of breath, asthma, COPD, and cancer. But the minute you quit, your body starts healing,
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry, this deal ends soon. See Home Club for details.
This is area race announcer James Rowland. Join me and Bree Fan Steel every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket for The Finish Line, where we cover all things motorsports from local racing to racing around the world. Every Sunday night from 7 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Anyways, Jay Foreman, DP Austin. We're right back. That's cold. You know what? I take that back, man. I gotta do better. Anyways, man. I got the Hall of Fame game tonight. Big shout out to my man Andre Johnson. Going to be going in, getting his jacket. Definitely deserving. Texans against the Bears. Starters aren't going to play. Caleb Williams isn't going to play. I want to ask you guys this about Caleb Williams. This is the first time the Bears actually actively did something for a quarterback. What I mean by that is you have a good tight end, you have a good running back, you got an up-and-coming offensive line, you've drafted offensive linemen, and you traded for a safety net in Keenan Allen. You got DJ Moore, and you drafted Aduze from Washington. So you got skill, you got everything for a quarterback. In this day and age of how football is being played, is this the easiest path to be the greatest quarterback in a franchise in the history of the NFL? Because people don't realize, you can talk about Jim McMahon. The best quarterback to play for the Bears was Eric Kramer. He threw for 3,838 yards.
I would. It's Bears Jets.
The easiest. Well, you got Joe Namath though.
Yeah, but Namath threw. He was a 50% passer that was 1-for-1 in interceptions to touchdown. Like he had one really good game,
and he had but that's what I'm saying. Bears have none of that. If you talk about the Dolphins, you got Dan Marino. You're probably not going to do that. Dan Marino's the only quarterback that just gets a pass.
Yeah, but I mean, you do have you got to meet up to David Archer. Yeah. David Woodley.
David Woodley.
Panthers. Supposed to loan that dude? Cam for
sure. Cam. But again, what I mean is like personality, brand, obviously way before any of that production on the field, the easiest path. You got to think, when DP went over the list of the Bears quarterbacks, and this is a blue blood, storied NFL franchise, one of the originals, way more history than ever, and you don't have one quarterback that be like, you know what? That's a franchise quarterback.
Okay. So like the Chargers were in the conversation.
Yeah, but Dan Fouts.
Well, Fouts, but again, Fouts never got the chip.
But he's in the Hall of Fame though.
He's in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Philip Rivers is in the Dan Fouts category.
Yeah, Philip Rivers. But I'm talking about the easiest path. Like that's like going
Bears.
Somewhere and they've never had a linebacker.
Cardinals? Lions.
No, didn't they have one of the old dudes?
Well, you got to go back
like
to
Y.A. Tittle.
Yeah, you got to go back. Back.
Right.
Like since the merger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Bears don't have anybody way back then either.
Yeah,
they don't have anybody.
Luckman, Otto Graham. Luckman's in the Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that's who I think of. But yeah, those are the two.
Yeah, Detroit.
Those are the two. And in truth, Tampa. In real truth,
Yeah.
Tampa.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know what's crazy? What I didn't know, and I grew up a Redskins fan. It never crossed my mind. After Doug Williams won the Super Bowl, the NFL didn't let him play after that.
Yep.
That's why he's always had an NFL job.
Yep. Anger.
Yeah, I mean, that's
one of the great controversies ever. He got hurt. He started 5 games the following year, and that was it. And then dies because, it really was a thing, right? And there was some real.
That's
issues.
the craziest thing. Because somebody said it, and then he talked about when he won the Super Bowl. His family was like, "Don't celebrate too long. They ain't gonna let you play no more."
They're never. They told him that day.
He was just gone.
They disappeared him.
You're never. I mean, they blackballed him. There's no. They didn't want it.
Yeah, we saw him down the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Big old dude too, man.
Oh, Doug's a dude.
Yeah. Man, but Caleb Williams has I always tell people this, like, when I got drafted, I had a realistic view of who I was, because I went through it with my dad. But in like Caleb Williams' case, he has every option out there for him. Every option out there for him. It's a easy path to make the Pro Bowl because you're taking the Bears from the basement to somewhat respectable. You're playing in a blue blood division, NFC North. You don't have anybody that's played for the Bears that can, get to a status if you play good, and you were the number 1 pick in the draft. So if you handle your business, then they're like, well, the Bears got it right and you got it right, Caleb Williams, and you have a ton of
I got one for you.
Skill position guys.
I got one for you.
Oh.
Well, I mean, current, but Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Is absolutely
short
on the
history,
list, right? But on the real list, it's the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, because
It's the Cleveland Browns. You got to go back to Otto Graham.
And Bernie Kosar is loved.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Yeah.
Is that your target is Bernie Kosar.
Yeah.
There is not
Realistic.
a lower hanging fruit in all of starting quarterback. Bernie's my dude. I love being driving the car.
Tim Couch didn't do it for you?
Driving the car. Lorenzo, you gave Lorenzo the shot, man. You let some dudes.
What, did Spurgeon win?
You let some brothers that brothers didn't know play quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, Johnny
Like
Manziel.
Sean
too.
Kaiser.
Johnny Manziel, Brandon Weeding.
Ooh, that was.
I mean, Cleveland Browns will spend the first round picks on quarterbacks like water.
And it really is.
It's striking out left and right
on one pitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Man, that was tough.
Gerard or Leftwich for Jacksonville.
Yeah,
this Mark
but
Brunell.
that's the standard.
Brunell,
but that's the standard. Like, we're talking about a reachable standard.
Yeah.
That if you make the playoffs, for a couple years in a row, you're in the conversation in that organization. I mean, we're talking about Detroit. Like, Detroit's been legit for the last 30 years. They just got in the playoffs.
They were really close to that Super Bowl, though, DP.
Oh, no, they weren't.
30 minutes of football away.
Oh, 60 minutes away. They were right there. If they had never kicked off in that championship game, they were right there.
To your point on Caleb, though, how important is it for Odunze to develop with him and be there for a while alongside, right? I feel like DJ Moore gives him a couple years cushion for Odunze to get ready. But I feel like if Caleb Williams is going to ascend to Bears franchise quarterback,
they're going to have to
it's going to be with Odunze or a soon-to-be drafted receiver.
Yeah, Odunze and Caleb are going to have to, probably in year 2, and I'll say the first part of year 3, to actually be so good that if Keenan Allen is still on the team, you kind of push him out. Moore would be in the 3rd year of his new extension. So you're like, all right, we probably won't bring you back for the 4th year of it because he's established ascending true number 1. Then they can go together. Now he has to evaluate brand, legacy, and he actually has a really hard job. So every decision he makes contract-wise with the NFL has to be not just, hey, I need to get as much money as I can. Because if you go down as the greatest quarterback in Chicago Bears history, you're going to make that money up tenfold. And you've seen it with Patrick Mahomes, right? You're going to start getting national, sponsorships and commercials. You're going to be everywhere. He has to make contract demands, decisions. Now, this is if he plays well, with the whole picture in mind. And I talk about myself coming in the league. You know, when you got Ray Lewis, Zach Thomas, Junior Seau still playing, you ain't making like that many Pro Bowls. The badge of honor for me was being the first alternate, right? That's like making it, because every year I guarantee you, Zach Thomas, Ray Lewis was making it. I never got the chance to play in the NFC when I was really rolling. But then also, you know, that you're not going to make the Hall of Fame because those guys are Hall of Fame players. And but Caleb Williams has a chance. If he gets the Bears to like 2 NFC championships, and say he somehow gets a Super Bowl, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He's going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I like it. I like him there, and I like the fact, again, the part that they made moves for him.
Yeah. If you're Justin Fields and all those other, I'm mad.
Yeah, where was this? Where was this when I was up in this joint?
Yeah. But here's the problem. Here's the thing that could hold Caleb Williams back. If he's not having that approach, that's a big part. The bigger part is the speed of the game and the speed that he has to play. He plays the quarterback position extremely slow. And it partly is because of the scheme that he came out of from college in Lincoln Riley versus like CJ Stroud. And so for him, he has got to be consciously working at processing, which he's a smart kid, but processing and playing at a higher pace, at a higher speed, or else he's going to get killed. I'm telling you. I've seen it with David Carr. If Caleb Williams holds on to the ball like he did under Lincoln Riley, he won't make it 6 years.
And he'll get run down in more ways than he did in college.
Right.
Which is the other part, is that he's used to being as good an athlete as the defender. That's not NFL life.
No. And these guys will hit you. They will destroy you. And he's not that big of a dude. He's not like Ben Roethlisberger. He could run around. And I mean, I hit Ben Roethlisberger. I know he looked at me like, hey, that's all you got. He did not even think about going out of bounds. Because you're running. A lot of times when you're going to hit a quarterback, when I get to me and DP's distance, eventually, like, I'm going full speed. They're going to slide.
Chicken. It's a game of chicken.
Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger was like, oh no, we rolling.
Oh, we doing this?
Yeah. Oh no.
Full ahead.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
He when he started to take off, there was no second thought.
Yeah, but he couldn't stop. Right, like that's the part with Roethlisberger. Once he got it going, it took too much to get it going for him to just stop.
True.
He wasn't a good slider.
No.
He wasn't, like, his thing was, well, what the heck?
Yeah. Right. I'm here. I'm here for the party. Right. But and I was chasing him down, but most quarterbacks then, like DP said, would slide or run out of bounds. But for Caleb Williams, if you think you're going to run around and have the ball out and think you're not going to get, ragdolled into the ground and be like, Tua, you better get your pace going, bro. And for the, Chicago, I know is not playing him. I think that's a mistake for him not to play.
Just to see the speed of the game.
That get him out there, just get it over with. That's the first thing. Number two, Houston's not playing their number one D. So you got a little bit more leeway. And also the game timing, you need it. 2 series for a rookie quarterback and a rookie receiver, all that, because he needs more game reps. You can do it in practice, but being in the game reps of calling a play and controlling a huddle, knowing how to be a quarterback. Everybody just looks at, okay, well, let's look at, you hear these guys, they're like, oh, arm strength and accuracy and all that. The biggest part of being a quarterback is who you are. So if you can get a less aggressive defensive guys out there in a controlled environment, you're going to make him more game ready versus like, okay, we're practicing against Seattle and he looked really good in practice.
Get the reps in.
Right.
Get the reps in.
Yeah. So I would have put him out there. I think it's a big stage for him to go out there as well, as far as being in the Hall of Fame game. You're the only thing going to be out there
to play in front of Hall of Famers. What? How do you miss that? Again, this is the Bears being the Bears.
Yeah.
Opportunity to put them in front of the best to ever do it.
Right. And it could be 2 series, even if, it could be,
it's one
it
drive.
It could be 2 runs and a bootleg where you're throwing it in the flat.
Yep.
And then you could come back and throw on first down in the second series, a couple runs. All right, how you feel? Right? The offensive coordinator is getting used to him and all that with the microphone in his ear. And like I said, he has the easiest path to the Hall of Fame. I've never seen anybody have an easy path to the Hall of Fame. If you just actually walk and chew gum as a Chicago Bears quarterback, you're going to be an icon.
How about a path to the playoffs? So this is from CBS Sports. Tonight's the 6th time the Bears will have played in the NFL Hall of Fame game. They've made the playoffs each of the last 4.
There you go.
Chicago Bears playoff odds.
Do you know who the coach was?
In 18?
Yeah.
2018. Ooh.
Lovey?
Was that end of Lovey?
Was that Lovey? Yeah, it was Lovey.
Was it?
Or was it Lovey or Fox?
Well, Trubisky was the quarterback. Who was his coach?
I thought it was Lovey.
Lovey made the ones before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2018, Matt Nagy. Year 1 of Matt Nagy.
Oh, okay. That's not his.
2005 was Lovey.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah. I was tripping. Anyways, we're going to take a quick break, come back, put a bow on this Thirsty Thursday. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through August 4th, enjoy USDA Choice T-bone steaks for $9.99 per pound. Fresh, all-natural chicken wings for $3.99 per pound. 80% lean ground beef in a 10-pound tube for just $2.99 per pound. And USDA Choice whole beef brisket for $3.99 per pound. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Hi, it's Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and maybe the biggest savings in the Midwest are happening right now at Koppel. When you buy a new GMC or Chevrolet anywhere else, you might be paying too much. But right now, we're going to give you over $10,000 off list or 1.9% APR on select new Chevrolets or GMCs. So please give us a shot before you buy anywhere else. Please stop in the dealership or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. Must trade and finance with approved credit.
Still using that old, outdated office phone system? You need better. At Hamilton, we offer solutions for the modern office. Whether you have an office full of staff or your employees work remotely and are on the go, seamless call handling is important. Elevate your communication and connect seamlessly with clients and staff with Hamilton Business Phone Systems. Choose better and hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln. HealthLink is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. HealthLink provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacement snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a HealthLink subscription. Find your missing link with HealthLink today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers or by phone at 402-858-9356.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Get ready, Husker fans. The Big Red Preview is coming soon. Join us Saturday night, August 3rd, for an exclusive look at your Nebraska football team in action. Experience the excitement, the energy, the sights and sounds of a game day as the 2024 football season kicks off. Visit Huskers.com/tickets and bring your family, friends, and all your Big Red pride to Memorial Stadium Saturday night, August 3rd. That's Huskers.com/tickets. Brought to you by Husker Athletics and 1890 Nebraska. Winning tradition, future success.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back. Quick segment. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin Orman. Wanted to ask you guys a little bit more with Caleb Williams. He made some news about his leadership style. I guess there was some towels in the locker room and some, Gatorade bottles. So he called a meeting in the locker room and said, y'all need to clean up after yourself. Rookie.
Yep.
I like it.
Yep.
I don't know if it was too smart for him yet.
I like it.
I do like it.
I like it.
I do like it.
When little Nick Sainert walk through here and tell people clean up after themselves, I'm all for it. I'm about that life.
It's good for him. I like that he noticed it because, you remember when Ed Reed talked about when Baltimore, that was a big thing during the bye week, every little detail. The problem is Caleb hadn't done anything at the professional level. The way to handle it probably would have go to a well-respected veteran to get it done. But I like it, though, that he's noticing the little thing.
We always said, was he right?
Yeah.
And go to the veterans and say, why didn't you say something? Why did he have to say anything?
Yeah, I like it. But sometimes you got to know. Sometimes those things are
veteran over here
or manufactured.
You see the veteran. You hear the veteran, right?
I'd be like, yeah, whatever, man.
My question would be, does Caleb Williams know how he's perceived in the locker room? He doesn't have to care, but he does have to know how he's viewed.
See, that's
so
that's
if
the problem
he's going to say
something,
either it's going to be because he knows how he's perceived and he's trying to change the narrative,
right,
or he doesn't care about the narrative and he's asking, what's the right thing to do? What's the right thing to say? Do I say
the
it?
Problem.
Is it the right thing?
Yeah. And how it came about.
It's the right thing.
Yeah. Little Birdie told me he was told about it and then he did it. That lets me know that in the locker room, he ain't earned his stripes yet. We're going to see.
But you give him props for even if he was told still saying it?
I do, yeah. It takes some cojones. Because that's the last thing I was worrying about as a rookie. I was making sure I wasn't getting cut. But he don't got to worry about that. But I like it, though. Go ahead, Caleb.
With your hair.
Yeah. We're gonna see what it does. Yeah, he do need to tighten his fade up though.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta talk to him about that. Anyways, Thursday's in the books. Jay Foreman, DP, Austin, Old School will be back tomorrow. We'll turn it over to WTF with Strick and Cluster, and then
Football.
Hall of Fame game.
Football.
Go figure.
Football.
All right, we'll holler at you tomorrow.
Are you looking for a new spot to relax and unwind? The Post, located on the south side of the Telegraph District on the corner of 20th and N Street, is perfect for a group hangout or a relaxing evening. The Post has plenty of exciting events open to the public, like Whiskey Wednesday and poker tournaments on Sundays. Looking for a spot for a private event? Ask them about their indoor patio. The Post, located at 20th and N Street in Lincoln.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock